there it is, all resprayed. Harry Hole transfers on and lacquered up and ready to start assembling. What I'm going to start with is the bottom bracket. This is the new style from Shimano, which is just a couple of cups that you screw into the bottom bracket. Now it isn't straightforward inserting these cups into the frame because the different threads on the right hand side and the left hand side. The threads on the right hand side of the frame are in actual fact a left hand thread, and to screw it in you need to turn it the opposite way, so it goes in like so. The thread on the left hand side of the frame is your traditional direction, i.e. righty tighty, lefty loosey. So right to screw it in, anti-clockwise to unscrew it. So screwed in clockwise, anti-clockwise unscrews it. So on the right hand side of the frame it's a left hand thread, so to screw it in you turn it anti-clockwise, and on the left hand side of the frame to screw it in, on the left hand side of the frame to screw it in, you screw it in clockwise, like so. Before we put these cups in, put a nice light layer of grease on the threads so that when it comes to be undone I can get the darn things undone. And that's it in. And to put the crank on is simplicity itself. Just slide it on. Screw in the end cap. Tighten up the Allen bolts. One side and the other side. Back again. Back again. Bit at a time. And tighten it up to about 12 to 15 Newton meters torque, which is about that much and a bit more. The next job is to assemble the forks, to get the forks on the bike. For that we've got all the original components nice and clean, but more importantly a brand new set of spanking shiny new ball bearings. So let's start the assembly process. What to do is to get the bottom cone onto the forks. It slides down, but at the very bottom there's a bit of a lip, and it's difficult to get on. It's got to get it on really square. It's got to be dead square. And to do that, I'm going to find something that can slide down the tube to tap it down so it sits firmly against its bottom lug. Good old faithful metal part. Seated perfectly. The next job is to get the bottom cup into the frame. So I've put a little bit of grease in it already. The top cup To put the bearings on, to stop them falling out all over the place, we just put a little layer of grease on the bottom bearing cup on the forks. Okay, and there's the forks. Bearings held in place by the grease all the way around. And we need to do exactly the same with the top set. After it up, get your top cone, screw that down, and a spacing washer, and your top lock nut. Handlebars next. Dab of grease on the threads. Well, the chain is slightly too long, so I'm just going to take some links out using the chain breaking tool. This is how we do it. Insert your chain into the chain breaking tool, making sure the pin lines up with the link, and gradually wind it in. Now I do it 6 full turns. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm just going to have a look now. Is a pin about to fall out? Now if the pin's about to fall out, then we've gone too far. So that's 5, 5.5, 6 full turns. Unwind it, take the chain out, and it just slides apart. Now if there was a chance that I had to relink it again, I wouldn't have pushed the pin out quite so far. I'd have just given it 5 turns and then twisted the links to break them apart. Now the links are held together with a split pin, which goes through the link on one side, through the pin and the two, just marry together through the larger hole. Then it's just a case of pulling them apart, and the tension holds the 2 pins together.
Hi there folks, out there. I'd like you and me, Tommy McGuire in his combo.